Hi, my name is Sophie, and this class has been designed to help you connect with your second chakra, the Svadhisthana chakra. So that's also known as our sacral chakra, and it's this area that's just below the belly button where our reproductive organs are, and it's connected to the element water. And when you think about water, think about fluidity, flow, the ability to change. And so myself personally, I've noticed through self-inquiry that I do actually have quite an excessive second chakra, and some of those personality traits and also that can manifest into physical ailments I display in my day-to-day life. So this yoga style and technique may help people who are deficient or slightly imbalanced in the sacral chakra. So this can translate to perhaps feeling a little bit rigid in life. Maybe emotionally you might find it hard to express your feelings. Certainly within your relationships or with your partner, you might feel difficult. It might be difficult for you to be intimate or fully expressive sexually. So this particular class, it should last just over an hour or so, but it has a flow element to it. So we'll be moving quite a lot, and I want you to just notice during this class. So pay attention to how you feel, and because it will be, yes, there'll be traditional yoga asana poses, but with this movement it might feel a little bit different to like a traditional yoga class. So if at any point you I don't know, you want to laugh, or you resist in any way, you know, if you feel a little bit uncomfortable or embarrassed, just be aware that these are all ways in which these are like invitations for us to notice what's going on there. So if you do have a tendency to feel a little bit awkward or anything like that, just that's okay. That's absolutely okay. There's no judgment, but I'd encourage you to sort of lean into that and just think, oh, I wonder why I find this a little bit challenging, because all self-inquiry is good, and it just leads us to getting to know ourselves a little bit deeper, which helps in our healing process. So I'd like us to start with a quote from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, which says that ignorance is regarding the impermanent as permanent. So let's think about that for a moment. Knowing that nothing, absolutely nothing, stays the same. And is there any areas of our life that we are particularly struggling with? And perhaps this would be a good opportunity for us to think about embracing change, embracing growth and sort of personal development. Okay, so with that, you may wish to have your block or cushion, maybe your yoga straps for this practice, and find yourself, when you're ready, in a comfortable seated position. So now close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall, spine long. Draw your attention to where your body is in connection with the earth. Notice where your clothes are touching your skin. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then drop them down the back. Now draw your attention and your focus to your breath. Try not to make any changes here. And make a conscious effort to lengthen the breath, drawing in and out through the nose. So to begin, just placing both of your hands on your knees. We're going to start with a Kriya. So as you inhale, I want you to rock forward. So this is a rocking of the pelvis. So imagine drawing your pelvis down and then on an exhale coming back. So inhale forward, exhale back. It's kind of like a rounding motion in the back, lower back. And as you do this, we'll do this for 3 minutes. I want you to, in your head, repeat the mantra Sat Nam, which is in the name of truth, or truth is my essence. So close your eyes and draw your attention to the sacral area. Imagine that you're jostling water backwards and forwards with this motion. Inhale forwards, exhale back. Forceful inhale, forceful exhale, but not so hard that it's a Vastrika breath. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. One minute down. Keep focusing on that area around the navel, just below. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. One more minute remaining, and you can go as fast or as slow as you wish. You can take your gaze up or drop the head down. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. Deep breath in. Feel yourself all the way up. If you can, at the top, take another sip of air in. Hold the breath, keep that breath retained. If you can, reach and try and grasp another sip of air. Keep that retention. Allow the belly to expand here as you push that breath deep, deep, deep down into the belly and hold. Option here to pump the belly, keeping that breath retained. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Close the eyes. Allow the effects of your Kriya to settle into the body. You have the option to interlace the fingers and create a Venus lock. If you're a female, the left fingers are under the right, and place your thumbs on the soft tissue connecting your first finger and thumb. This mudra is connected to our sexuality and our sensuality. Mudra, placing your hands onto your knee. We're going to inhale, drop the chest forward, and exhale, take the chest back. Inhale, exhale, in and out. You can keep your eyes closed here. Moving with fluidity and grace, changing direction, keeping that strong breath connection. Encouraging fluid movement, harnessing the power that's tapped inside of us. Coming back to center. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, and exhale, drop the chin to chest. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, radiate forward. Exhale, close and send yourself love in and out. Coming back to center, take your right hand and place it on your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting at the upper body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dropping the left hand onto your right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Looking beyond. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the arms up to center. Exhale, drop them out in front of you and just widen your knee stance here. So you want your knees a little bit past the width of your mat. Flexing the feet, inhale. Exhale, coming onto your forearms for our frog pose. So here, just allow gravity to do the work. So just edge yourself deep. And then we're just gonna inhale, move the hips forward, and exhale, send them back. Inhale, exhale. As you're doing this, I just want you to imagine letting go of anything that is not serving you in this present moment. Beautiful. And then coming back onto your palms, just pressing into the earth and just creeping the toes together, hooking them under and drawing the knees so they're in line, hip width apart, in line with the hips, hands directly under the shoulders. Just going to inhale, look up, just draw the tailbone up, relax the belly, and exhale, chin to chest, draw the tailbone down, really push into the earth. Inhale, lift, and exhale, round. Coming back to center, just gonna inhale, drop the hips forward, and exhale, send them back. So we're making big circles here. Imagine that we're stirring this huge pot of orange liquid, trying to draw your hips to each corner of the mat. And you can be creative with this. It doesn't have to be linear circles. You can move intuitively. You have freedom of creative expression. And in the opposite direction, inhale forward, exhale back. Beautiful. Coming back to center, tuck the toes under at the back of the mat, send the hips up high, and we're coming into our first downward facing dog. So your hips, your feet are going to be hip width apart, your hands shoulder width apart. Press into the palms, press into the thumbs and the first fingers, draw your heels down to the earth, send your sacrum up to the sky, and focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. From here you can sway the hips from side to side. Beautiful. Inhale, raise your right leg up to the sky, lengthen. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, lower the back knee. Inhale, lift the hip, lift the chest, and lower your left hip down. Deep lunge. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands back, straighten your leading leg for a half split. So from here, if you want to use your blocks, you can do. So this helps you get into the pose, but I want you to pay attention to your hips here. Notice, is my hips in alignment with the front of the mat? And if they're not, you have the freedom here to move intuitively, find that point of equilibrium, and then drop into your left palm, which is in line with your shoulder. Inhale, raise your right fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the ground. Inhale, raise. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, both palms to the earth. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, half split. And just move at your own pace here. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, draw yourself back. Move with your breath. Just open up. Waking yourself up. Beautiful. And then bending into your leading knee, tuck your back toes under, hands underneath the shoulders, step back, press up, plank, inhale. Exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up to cobra, and exhale, drop the chest down, big circles. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Move with fluidity. Opposite direction. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. If this is too much, you can drop down into a Sphinx pose. This is your practice, make it your own. Downward facing dog. None of these poses have to be static today. Move into them. Inhale, raise the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, lower your back knee. Inhale, lift the chest and just sink deep into your right hip. And exhale, half split. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And you can keep a micro bend at your knee. So let's find stillness here in our half split. So drop into your right hand. Inhale, raise the left fingertips. And sweep. And sweep. And sweep. Finger bridge, your hands at the top of the mat, step back, press up plank. And lower knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up either to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up to the sky, lengthen. Exhale, step the right foot in between your palms. Square your back foot. Place your right hand either to the inside of your right foot or to your block, or option to drop your right elbow onto your right knee as you peel your left fingers up to the sky. Choose whichever level works for you. And we move, so sweep the arm up. Exhale, lower. Meeting at the top, you have the option to either continue drawing this big, large circles, or you can drop your right shoulder down and come into a bind here. So interlace the fingers at the back of your right hip. Revolve the chest up to the sky. And release. Press up plank. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it in between the hands, pivot on the ball of your back foot. Choose whichever level suits you as you raise your right fingers upwards. And we come into this circular dancing motion. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Really open yourself up to these new experiences that might be presenting themselves in your life. Think about where in your life you can move more freely. And when you think that you've connected with this concept and you'd like to solidify it, come into your bind and lock in that realization or that want to embrace this new. Release the bind, press up plank. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale, lift. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up to the sky, lengthen. Exhale, step into your future. pivot your back foot 45 degrees. Inhale up, squaring the hips. Warrior one, feel strong. Connect with your breath. Inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, sweep the arms down for humble warrior. Option to interlace the fingers. Inhale, moving up. Exhale, sweep down. And you move at your own pace. Move with meaning and intention. Inhale, meeting at the top. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale. Exhale, turn to look over your right shoulder, prayer twist. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot for stability here. Work on drawing your hands into heart center. Lock in any intentions we're cultivating today. Drop the hands to the mat, step back, press up plank and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step through and rise. Sinking down, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, wash away the old. Inhale, embrace the new. Exhale, send it behind you. Inhale for the future. Exhale, push away the past, it's gone. Nothing is permanent. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, meeting at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, prayer twist. So lock in these new wishes for ourselves. Seal it at our hearts. This is what we really want. This is what we really are striving for in our life. Dropping the hands down. Plank. Lower. Lift. Exhale. Inhale, raise the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So we're staying here for lizard pose. Again, move freely. You don't have to stay solid here. You can sink your hips down low. You can give yourself a little wiggle. You can work on dropping down onto your forearms. Extending through the crown of the head. Choose whichever level works for you. Try and hug your leading leg into your forearm. If this is too much, you can drop down onto the back knees. These are all options that are available to you. Two more deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you're on your forearms, come back up onto your hands. And we're just going to Charleston. So heel toe, the right foot to the left side of the mat. And then bend at the knee, dropping down into a pigeon. Just be mindful and watch that your right knee is past your right hip. If it's not, just bring it a little bit further out to the side, and you can pivot your foot to come closer to your left hip. And if you notice your left hip's lifting up, you can roll it down, or you can use a block or cushion to prop underneath your right hip for support. So from here, tuck your back toes under and see if you can walk your left leg away from your body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then just sink a little bit deeper into this. Again, this is totally optional. You can use a cushion here to just melt away anything that's holding you back. See if you can find that point of relaxation. I'd like to take this a little bit deeper. Bring a twist into this pose. You can inhale, sweep the left arm out to the side, and exhale, thread it under your right arm and drop the shoulder down into a twist. So notice you might be feeling this a little bit more now in your right hip, but physically in the sacral chakra, you know, an imbalance here can manifest as sciatica, lower back pain, arthritis, these types of things. And this pose particularly is very, very good for sciatica. If you want to make a ball with your fist, you can tap around your buttocks and just sort of use it as almost like a poultice, like an acupressure method to get that energy moving around, encouraging fresh blood and circulation to reach these areas that, you know, we don't pay enough attention to. And when you're ready, coming up, inhale, tuck the back toes under, step back, press up, plank, inhale, exhale, lower, inhale, lift, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up to the sky, lengthen. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of your left hand. So again, we're in this lovely lizard pose. Options are dropping onto the back knee, coming onto the forearms. But again, you can move, be free, trust yourself. There is no right and wrong. In yoga, it's whatever works well for you. So focus again on your breath. Allow your breath to be that anchor for you throughout your practice. Inhale. Exhale, you can sink deeper by lowering onto the forearms, or you can come onto your block. Keep focusing on the breath. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Coming up onto the hands, heel toe, your leading foot to the right side of your mat, and then drop onto the knee. So notice if your left knee is in the center of the mat. If it is, I mean, that's okay if you haven't got the flexibility and range, but we would recommend using props here. But if you can, try and get that knee really past your left hip. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck your back toes under, maybe walk your right leg further away from your body. Notice if you're lifting out of this right hip, draw it back down. Inhale. And folding over is an option. Again, I like to sway in a lot of the poses in my practice. And I think it's because when you sway and you move, you can sort of feel areas that are tight, or areas that, you know, you can find what we call in yoga, you know, where is your edge? And it's always the idea of meeting the edge, but never going past it. And Yoga shouldn't be uncomfortable, so you can inhale, sweep your right arm out, exhale, drop it down onto the floor. So it shouldn't be uncomfortable. It can be challenging at times, yes, but we should never be experiencing any sharp pains. It should always be a practice of self-exploration. You know, getting to know where these aches and pains in your body is, or what are your limitations, or what areas, and these concepts can transcend into your life. What are the areas that, you know, you want to work on physically in your body, and also extend that into your wider life. So coming back up, tuck the back toes under, step back, press up, plank. And as you exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the gaze, jump, walk or step to the front of the mat. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold. And again, you can move from side to side here. Or you can interlace the arms at the elbows, cross the arms. Shake the head out, yes. And shake the head out, no. And then bringing the feet to hip width apart for extra stability here. We're going to bend the knees a lot and sweep the arms up into a chair pose. So notice if your bum wants to draw out, and then just tuck the tailbone under. Inhale. Exhale, sink deep. Lift the chest. So from here, we'll go into a little flow. So inhale, exhale, sweep the right arm down, inhale up. Exhale, left arm down, inhale up. At your own pace, exhale. Feel the power and force in the movement of your arms. Meeting at the top in stillness. Let's lock in that movement at the heart center. Inhale. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Taking your elbow to the outside of your knee. And let's have a test of balance here. So root through your right foot and see if you feel comfortable stepping back your left leg into a prayer twist lunge. And if this isn't for you today, that's absolutely fine. Beautiful. Drop the hands down, press up, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to the top of the mat, flat back. Exhale, fold. Take a moment of respite here, but always moving. Keeping the feet hip width apart, bend into the knees a lot. Sweep the arms up, find your chair. And we begin our flow. Inhale. Exhale, sweep right, left, right, left. And you can let out your breath, and this can be vocalized with a V-A-M, VAM. So inhale up, exhale, VAM, VAM. VAM, VAM, VAM. Meeting at the top, exhale, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, inhale. Exhale, prayer twist left side. Shift the weight into your left foot. If you feel comfortable to do so, step the right leg back. Find this balance and stability. After all of that movement, lock in and cement this feeling. You are powerful, you are strong, you are creative, you are unique. Drop the hands down, vinyasa. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, looking in between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So I want you to Charleston the feet, so heel toe. So the feet are wider than the hips, so really wide stance here. Feet are at 10 to 2, so on a diagonal. So keep the back nice and flat. And then bend into the knees. Take the hands at the hip points and inhale, coming up. We're in our goddess pose, sweeping the arms up. Notice if the tailbone wants to drop and tuck it under. So from here, let's pulse. Option to bring your hands into lotus mudra. So that's the thumb and the little fingers touching, the heels of the hands in connection. Beautiful. Drop the hands onto the knees. Inhale. Exhale, roll the right shoulder down. Sink down deep into the hips. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, center. And dropping the hands down. Bring the feet forward so they are in a straight line rather than this 10 to 2. Drop the right hand into the center of the mat. Inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky. If this is too much, you can start by bending into your right knee as you sweep the left fingers up and then working on getting that right leg straight. From here, option to bind. So draw your hand open and bend at your elbow. So this is your hand up at the sky. See if you can take a hold of your right hip. And this twist should be at the chest. Try and keep the hips nice and square here. Beautiful. Inhale, unravel yourself, lift to a flat back. Exhale, lead with the chin and chest as you drop your forehead and the crown of the head down onto the floor. Now, if you wish to use your blocks here, you can do. So rest the head. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, place the left hand into the center of the mat. You can bend into your left knee as you sweep your right arm up to the sky. Again, working on straightening that left knee. Beautiful. And then if you wish to bind, you can rotate your palm to face the left side, bending at the elbow, and take a hold of your left hip. Beautiful. Unraveling yourself, just heel toe the feet to hip width apart, feet at 10 and 2 again, and then bending at the knees. We're just going to drop down and sink into our garland pose. So just take a moment to reflect on all of the work that we've done so far in our class. remembering that we're in a safe space, that we can openly and honestly express ourselves, secure in our feelings, loved always, infinitely. You're worthy, you're unique. Drop the hands down and coming straight into a forward fold, deep forward bend. Gonna walk the feet inwards so they're about a foot apart. Bend into your right knee and take your gaze out maybe a foot ahead of you. If you feel comfortable here, you can stay here, but if you want to try a bind, we can go for it. So dropping the right arm, threading it in between the legs, and then inhale, raise the left arm up to the sky. If you feel comfortable here, see if you can bind your hands around the back of your right thigh. This feels good, so keeping the drishti down ahead of you, shift the weight into your left foot and come on the balls of your right toes. If this is enough, stay here, but if you'd like to rise and find paradise, take a deep breath out and inhale. Lift the right leg up. Stand up nice and tall, nice and straight. Feel proud. And if this is enough, stay here. But if you'd like to go into the full expression of the bird of paradise, on an inhale, straighten the right leg up. And then coming out with control. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, threading the left arm in between the legs. Inhale, raise the right arm up to the sky and see if you can interlace and bind at the fingertips behind your left thigh. So bending into the left knee, bending into the right knee now, looking ahead. Shifting the weight into the right foot, center yourself and find stability. Coming onto the balls of your left toes, exhale, and inhale, coming up. And it's okay if you fall out, we all do it. This is one of those moments where it's a perfect example of embracing the sacral chakra and feeling that it's okay to make mistakes. So if you feel comfortable here, inhale and straighten the leg. And exhale, coming out with control. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walking the hands out in front of you, dropping onto the knees, crossing over at the ankles, coming onto our sit bones and just extending the legs out wide. So that was a tough sequence, so well done if you stayed all the way through. It's gonna get gentle now, I promise. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, turn to face your left toes, inhale. And exhale, lean forward, stop halfway, find space. Exhale, fold over your left leg. So from here, if this is too much, we have options. You can raise your hips by using a cushion, or you can take a hold of your strap and hook it around your left foot. It's all working the hamstrings here. And energetically, you know, we've just done a lot of opening of the sacral area. So now it's kind of time to seal in and lock in all of the work that we've done. So notice if you're lifting out of your left hip, just try and anchor, glue yourself to the earth. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn to face your right toes, foot nice and flexed. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, stop halfway. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Notice if your shoulders are not straight in line with your mat. And just make these tiny adjustments. It's okay to not be perfect. You know, we're all different. Life would be very boring if we were all the same, hey? Beautiful. And coming up slowly with control, scoop underneath the knees and just draw the feet together. So we've got this beautiful diamond position here. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, open the feet like a book, drop into the elbows, and just use the elbows to prise open your legs a little further, a little deeper. Inhale, exhale, let's come all the way down. Try and keep length in the spine. Beautiful, coming up. Now you're going to take your feet out a little bit wider here, so just make this diamond shape a little bit deeper. And if this is accessible to you, take your hands around the outside of your feet. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, and exhale, dropping the head down. And you can use your blocks or your cushions here, but just take this moment as you drop the gaze to send yourself love and appreciation. Inhale, coming up slowly with control. Guide your knees together and just send yourself love by wrapping your arms around your legs, just locking in all of that work that we've done. Acknowledging that you have the power inside yourself, you have this sexual energy, and it's okay for you to feel. You are deserving of love. Matter completely, and your emotions, they're valid, so it's okay to express them. So see if you've got enough space behind you. We're just going to transition to the floor by just rolling up and down the spine, so connecting with our breath as we do this. So exhale, lower, inhale, up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And you can stay like this, or if you feel comfortable and plow is in your practice, you can take the hands underneath the knees, and on the next inhale you can take the legs overhead and place your hands at the small of your back for support, or place them on flat onto the mat, or interlace at the fingers, whichever feels comfortable for you. Rolling down one vertebrae slowly at a time, bending at the knees, and then taking a hold of the outside of your feet. Draw your knees to either side of your armpits and just gently rock from side to side for our happy baby. Beautiful. And then just dropping the feet down onto the mat. So you want your feet to be hip width apart. Hands either side of the hip. We're preparing for our bridge pose here. So we're going to inhale, lift the hips off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. And from here, let's make big circles. So inhale the hips up and exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale. I encourage you to close your eyes here and really feel into the movement of this sort of hip opening. And when you're ready, inhaling in the opposite direction. Lowering one vertebrae at a time, hugging the knees into the chest, just gently rock from side to side. And come into a nice figure of 4 here in this supine position by placing our left foot to rest on top of our right thigh. We can interlace either by threading our arms in between the legs and just taking a hold of the back of the right thigh, or I like to interlace around the top of the right knee, but whichever feels good for you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Again, you can rock from side to side. And from here, I like to interlace my fingers through my toes. So like a little bear claw in between the toes. And I like to wiggle my foot. So make circles with my foot. It's really good. Or even just rock the foot up and down. It's great for improving circulation and lymphatic drainage. But also, personally, I don't think our feet get enough attention, and they bear the weight of us and they take us everywhere, so we should really send them love and appreciation. And swapping straight over, so taking the right foot and resting it on top of the left thigh and interlacing as you wish, either around the back of the thigh or around the top of your left knee. Inhale, exhale, drawing the knee into the chest. So again, this is a really good pose if you do have lower back pains, or I don't know, if you like spend a lot of time in seated positions, so like office jobs, that sort of thing, or driving is another example. And also, to intensify this, you can push the bent leg, so at the knee, you can push your right knee, just guide it gently further away from the chest, and that can intensify the stretch and the feeling, the sensation that you have in your right hip. So again, we have this option to use our fingers to interlace in between the toes and then make these beautiful circular motions. Always moving, always sending ourselves love and attention. Beautiful. And then bringing our feet into a prayer. So binding at the feet, taking our hands around the outside of our feet, and just opening up the knees in this butterfly pose. And you have the option to sort of wiggle the knees here. See how that feels for you. This might be enough. I'm always moving in my practice. Self-exploration is healthy. So if you'd like to take this further again, we can inhale and exhale, send the feet upwards. See if you can lift the head and just pop the toes at the third eye or around the crown, wherever feels comfortable for you. But again, you know, there's no strain here, and if you want to stay in a happy baby as an alternative, you can do so, whatever feels good. This is your practice. Then we'll squeeze the knees in together at the center. Drop your right leg all the way down onto the mat, so extend that down. And then guide your left knee over to the right side of your mat. So see if you can drop the knee or your foot down. So this beautiful twist. Inhale, raise the left arm up to the sky, and exhale, sweep it down onto the ground. Notice if you have any lift from your left shoulder. Play around with your palm. You can have your palm facing upwards, or you can have it facing downwards. Just see whichever position feels more effective for you. And then hugging the knees again into the chest. Keeping the right knee this time hugged in, lowering your left leg. Inhale, exhale, guiding your knee to the left side of the mat. Inhale, raise your right hand. Exhale, sweep it down flat. Beautiful. When you're ready, unraveling yourself and finding a place for your final relaxation pose. So this could be lying down in our corpse position, or you can take the feet together and open the knees out wide. If you have a cushion nearby, you can prop up your hips, or you can lay the cushion behind your head. But just take a few moments here to let all of this energy that we've cultivated today settle, cement and fix itself into our body. So when you're ready, just slowly wiggling your fingers and toes, introducing small movements back into the body. Maybe taking the arms overhead And coming into a stretch, pointing the toes, twisting and turning. And when you're ready, rolling onto one side. Joining me in a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed and drawing our palms and placing them at our Svadhisthana sacral chakra, so around the pelvis where our reproductive organs are. Closing the eyes and just feeling that connection. Going to read a quote here from the Bhagavad Gita. Yoga is a journey of the self, through the self, to the self. So think about the journey that you've had today in your practice. And as you close your eyes, like to read a couple of affirmations from the Inner Workbook by Matt and Ash, my teachers. So you can repeat these affirmations aloud or either in your head. This is from the theme of desire. This is your new narrative. So take a deep breath in and repeat. I am loved. I am secure. I am content. I am fulfilled. My connection to love and happiness cannot be taken from me, nor will they be found in something outside of me. My power is within me. This moment is now. I am present, I am fully satisfied, and I am grateful for everything and everyone in my life. And that includes you. Thank you for joining me today for this sacral themed practice. Bowing the head forward, from my heart to yours. Namaste, Sat Nam.